Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Meg and Dave Untitled Podcast, Episode 3 for January 30th, 2019. I am your host, as always, Megan, and as always with me is Dave.
We're both hosts.
We're both hosts, so
Yeah.
technically, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're a host.
Episode 3, none of us, we got kicked off air, even though
Yet.
the show was a little bit late posting, but hopefully we'll get some type of thing because Dave and I got a lot of things to say about this week's show.
Oh boy. Well, it is the show. It is the week after the Royal Rumble, so a lot of stuff was bound to happen anyway.
And a lot of news briefings too, which obviously we'll be talking about.
So where do we begin then?
All right. You know what? Since this obviously this is going to be a hot topic to talk about, so let's just do a pay-per-view recap.
Go straight. Okay.
Takeover was obviously the first, and when we predicted, I think it was two disagreements, rest agree.
It was two disagreements, 3 agrees, and you got not only the disagreements right, you got everything right.
And obviously, the first time in Wild Candy Visuals history,
really? Well, predictions history. You just mentioned the other site, but in predictions, have we not ever had a perfect?
Well, there was a couple times a lot of people went perfect. You went perfect, and I went perfect. And
for the first time in 2019, at least.
Yeah, but obviously this was the fastest.
But the fastest for the year. Like, but then again, it's like what? We've already had 2 chances of doing that already. I don't think we've had anything earlier than this anyway.
Well, don't forget, last year, the last time somebody went undefeated in an actual WWE pay-per-view was you, back when we did Fastlane.
That's going back quite a bit.
That's actually...
Or was it this past one, was it?
There was the Fastlane when Goldberg's when the title got already fucked up to begin with.
Oh, yeah. Did I get that? Well, we have to look back at it a bit.
Yes, you did, because I remember.
Okay.
So, obviously, fastest one belongs to me. Haha. But I still have the most wins for wins.
You have the most wins in 2019 in a way that otherwise known as you've got the win.
The win.
We've had 3 shows so far, two ties and 1 win. So you've got bragging rights.
All right. So obviously, I mean, Dave and I shouldn't really do a recap on NXT because obviously NXT they always bring out the amazing shows.
That's the thing. It's like that's the thing. It's no matter what, a takeover show will, will still the weekend because you can't go around NXT. And I'll admit, like I was someone that thought the bubble for the NXT would have burst by now,
and it didn't.
And it hasn't. If anything, it's somehow it's still keeping the rhythm, still the level, even maybe even peaking up a bit.
I mean, I think the concern with NXT was back when the majors were starting to leave. But
oh yeah, when you had Finn go, Joe go, Nakamura, the Horsewomen, Alexa Bliss, all those go.
Alexa Bliss didn't even highlight in NXT.
Yeah, but look what she turned out to be.
She turned out to be the best.
Yeah.
But it gets better and better along the way. 2 new champions in Johnny Gargano finally, and the War Raiders finally.
Those are the 2 I got wrong, and I'm more surprised with the War Raiders winning than Gargano. Like I was now thinking, like, I think my logic for picking against Gargano was broken. Like I should have the logic I should have used was Gargano is freshly turned heel. He needs some to cement it. So I should have thought that, but I didn't.
I mean, that match could have gone either way, but honestly, I always been a Gargano fan. He's my favorite in NXT, and same with Candice LeRae, who will get in contact. We'll talk about too. But now I like Aleister Black. But to be honest, I just wanted. I mean, I as soon as I knew NXT War Games, when the Undisputed Era got done, they were defeated, I knew exactly the War Raiders were we need new champions coming in the new year, and I am 100% happy that happened.
I'm glad that it happened. I'm just surprised that it happened. I kind of thought that because the Undisputed Era lost, that they would need the bounce back win. And I thought that was going to be the bounce back win, and it turned out to not be it.
Well, I was just over with the Undisputed Era to begin with in the first place.
Well, no, I'm not. That's the thing. It's like the Undisputed Era seem like they're like the top, well, I guess if you want to call them heel group in NXT. But I was kind of thinking for them to stay around, they would need at least one title. Like they would need one of them to hold a title. Like either the tag titles or the NXT title, North American title. So now the question for me anyway is, since they lost the tag titles, where next do they go? Like, do we see Adam Cole go for the NXT title? Do we see maybe a rematch at some point between now and wait, hang on. I just realized something. Is the next takeover going to be Brooklyn 5?
Yes, because
it's in New York. Because WrestleMania is in New York. So that's the thing. Is it going to be Brooklyn 5, or is it just going to be taking over New York? Because the Brooklyn is usually the SummerSlam show. But then again, SummerSlam isn't happening in Brooklyn next year. Is it? They're moving it out, right?
No, Toronto.
Yeah. So that's gonna be weird.
Toronto.
So I guess it's gonna be Brooklyn 5, maybe. I don't know. But going back to what I was thinking, are they going to go? Is it going to be a tag rematch? Is it going to be Cole going for the NXT title, or one of them going to go for the North American title and Gargano's there? Is it going to, doesn't necessarily be singles match? They can make it a, triple threat or fatal four way. I just have a feeling that they're going to have to put a title back on them, unless it's Call-Up City for them.
No, I don't think anyone's being called up right now because.
But I'm not saying now, but I'm saying for Mania.
They have that halftime heat.
Yeah, the halftime heat thing. Yeah.
Halftime heat which we'll get to that. But as of right now, no.
No, as in what?
Honestly, I don't think they're going to be. I think they're going to be called up after WrestleMania.
Well, what do they do with them between now and then?
I don't know. I do not know.
That's the question I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's a big question mark I have. I mean, I'm not a big Undisputed fan myself, but that's a question I have. So.
What else? Bianca Belair, valiant effort against Baszler. I got a feeling that after that match, I think, I know that before this match, I think it was at Full Sail, they had the dueling, was it undefeated, overrated chant and all that. Mm-hmm. I kind of get a feeling like this is the breakout performance. There's always if you look at I would think the people you see some of the roster that have There were a few people that I've had that breakout moments where like not that many people thought that much about him, but he had that big takeover match, and that's what got people looking at them more.
Okay,
This is it for Bianca, I think.
Here's the thing. Okay, little wise here. I didn't know Bianca. Okay, Bianca Belair is actually a family member of Dave and I friend. We have a friend, Zion, who runs. I think does he still run the Sasha Banks site?
No. I think that's merged with another Sasha site. So I think it's inactive / shutdown. I guess.
Okay.
Used to run the site.
He's a friend of ours, and I honestly didn't know that he's cousins with Bianca Belair. I gotta give him respect. You know, anyone what?
I did.
You did?
Yep.
I didn't know up until like 2 years ago, almost a year ago. I was like, wow, okay. Okay, so
that kind of surprised me.
What?
That surprised me, but
you know, as long as it's you know, a family member to a friend of ours, and you're a wrestler, shit, you get my respect. But here's the thing: I needed to see more of Bianca Belair before I made a full decision. Obviously, Takeover was the decision. She made Shayna look like $1 million. Shayna, to be honest, is not really my favorite wrestler out there. If you want to talk about who's overrated out of these two, it's Shayna. And obviously, the whole four horsewomen thing. I don't think Shayna is the best wrestler out there. To be honest, I think Carrie should still be the NXT Women's Champion instead of her. But that's just me. But here, Shayna was made into $1 million. Even though there was hullabaloo out there and everything like that, kind of figured out with the 4 horsewomen bullshit and everything like that.
Yeah, I was bound to happen.
This was Bianca's breakthrough moment, and it shows. Bianca, you know, she proved why she is the best, whatever.
EST of NXT. EST of NXT. Yeah.
EST of NXT.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Now, what kind of pisses me off? I'm not pissed at Bianca. I'm not pissed at Shayna Baszler. What I'm more pissed off is what that furball Sam Roberts said.
What did he say?
She doesn't deserve to be in NXT.
Who?
Let alone to take. Excuse me. Let me quote that before I misquote some. Before I get in.
Yeah. You don't want to throw out the accusations like that.
All right, hang on.
Yep.
He said, and I quote.
Sound like the Raw general manager now, the anonymous one now. And I quote, I don't have the quote ready yet.
Hold on, I'm looking for it actually.
Yeah, so when he said I had my quote, I thought you had it ready, but no.
Okay, here it is.
There we go.
We're going to see Shayna Baszler be dominant as she is. We get to see Bianca Belair finally step in and get the opportunity to challenge for Women's Championship. I don't think it's not take over word. Bianca Belair, she's good. She's a good athlete. But if you look at the list of the Women's Champions, you got Shayna Baszler, you have Charlotte, you have Sasha Banks, you have Asuka, you have Kairi Sane. There is an elite women. That's a list of elite women in wrestling. Bianca Belair is nowhere close to that list. Takeover has become what Takeover has become. There's only 5 matches on this card, so we're going to sit here on the panel, and I think there's a possibility that one of the most skilled women in the history of NXT needs to worry about hitting another woman with her ponytail. And I think Caruso, and then this motherfucker keeps going on and says she's not going to win. She doesn't have a chance to win the match. Even though she doesn't have a chance, even you, I don't know his name, he was a former cosplayer, with those rocks clean to your hair. You know Bianca Belair does not have a shot at beating Shayna Baszler. And when we walk into a takeover knowing that the challenger doesn't have the shot, we're wasting basically in a match. Bianca is a great athlete. I'd love to see this match on NXT. Put it on NXT, dude. She'll be champion one day. But you know what? Okay, let me stop right there, because every time I read a Sam Roberts quote, I just want to smash my head in. This is I'm gonna go off. This is my platform.
There we go. Yep. Well, you've got a plan for it, so go ahead.
This is the pot. This is basically calling the kettle, whatever that.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Okay, thank you. Pot calling the kettle black. You're saying that Bianca Belair does not need to be on an NXT takeover when she proved to the world on Saturday night that she belongs here. You know, she doesn't need a ponytail whipped all the time. She just used that in her arsenal. But Sam Roberts, you have a lot of nerve when you had somebody a year and a half ago go on your fucking podcast, your show, putting people down because they couldn't afford living in high rent districts. They have to run back to their parents' basements. Dave, I don't need to say who it is. You know who I'm talking about, Dave.
Uh-huh.
And you saw the clip, and that's what baffles me. You're okay with somebody telling somebody, because they cannot afford this, because they cannot afford that, and then telling the person to basically they have to go back to their parents' bases where they came from, over someone that's more skilled, more can actually possibly out wrestle you if you want to step in that damn ring, and has more respect in this business from everyone, and yet you want to say that shit. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm not going into the whole thing you just said, because not my place. But okay. If the wrestlers that are on NXT and put on a takeover show, there's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind putting them on takeover shows. I don't think they would have put anybody on the show just on a takeover show as a throwaway match. But I think that little bit honest here. I think that some people may have thought that Bianca Belair may have been pushed a bit too quickly in the spot, because, you know, like I said, we had the whole undefeated overrated thing going on. I think some people were actually thinking, okay, we haven't had a lot of time to really see what she can do. Now all of a sudden she's number one contender. So people probably thought, maybe thought it was just a bit too quick to put her in that spot. But, and, you know, fair enough, like people have thought, okay, bit too quick. But now Bianca is in that spot, it's up to her to show people that have opinion like Sam did here, that thought she doesn't deserve to be there, there's other people that could be in that spot instead, you know, it's a waste of a match. It's her chance to shut those people up. And she did. She shut those people up. And that's why I'm saying that this is her breakout match, because I don't think a lot of people had the same you know, didn't have the same amount of respect for her before the match as he did after, because, you know, she showed people what she can do. Can I bring her up?
Who?
You know who? Just for a comparison there.
Go right ahead.
The one, and this is not me being the biased fan, but you give me your opinion on this. But put it aside. The one match I can compare this to, well, maybe not as big of a not big of a impact, or at least not yet anyway, is Becky. When she had her match with Sasha at TakeOver Unstoppable, the opinion of her beforehand was like she was just, Sasha's lackey, and then all of a sudden they turned her and put her in this match. So I don't think a lot of people had that kind of belief in her. They just thought, oh, she's there, Sasha's gonna win, that's it. But that match was a breakout match. That was a match that made a lot of people turn around and say, oh, wait, she can actually be something. Now, honestly, I think she got called up 2 weeks later, which is way too quick, because, okay, give her a chance. But, well, we'll get to her later on to say, oh, it all worked out in the end. But, I kind of think that, well, I don't see Bianca being called up in 2 weeks. But I think this is the breakout bit. But the thing is, I also don't see her getting another match. I think this was the one that showed people that Bianca deserves to be, at the very least, be on NXT. Where she goes from here, I don't know. But I just got a feeling that, for me anyway, I think there's the two types of people that come in NXT. There's the indie people that come in, and there's the WWE creations. Bianca, let's be fair, and then is a WWE creation. So in a weird way, I kind of think that she has a better chance of success when she goes up to the main roster.
Well,
that's what I think. But the thing is, the track record with call-ups from NXT is piss poor. To be fair.
Here's the thing. I'm reading on the spoilers right now.
So you broke up there. Yeah, you just broke up there, I bet.
Alright, because I'm reading on the show. I'm reading the spoilers. Because there is taping right. Spoiler here. Bianca, Carrie, and Io. How do you say her name? Io
Shirai, yeah.
Io Shirai. They. Oh, excuse me.
Ooh.
They Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Okay, they had a match of the 4 horsewomen. Shirai pinned Baszler. Obviously Bianca didn't look happy. I think it's going to be a triple threat match between those 3 at the next TakeOver event.
That would be interesting. I kind of think it's. I'll just say this. I was gonna say, I don't know if they are gonna put Bianca back in the title hunt for Mania weekend, but I'd say if they do, I only see it as a triple threat or fatal 4-way or whatever like that, a multi-woman match, but I don't see her winning it. I think it's Io or Kairi winning it. Io probably most likely, because Kairi's already had the reign. So that's why I say. But we'll see how the rest. We've got a long way to go. We've got 67 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a long time to go. There's a lot of things can change.
A lot of things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's that. And what else was there? Riddle beat Ono. So.
Uh-huh.
And all hell broke loose at the end. Ciampa retained, and then all hell broke. Well, actually no. Ciampa won. Then they had the DIY tease. Then, to take a phrase from Black, we fade to Black, and then we find out at the Royal Rumble that they had all this whole brawl thing happened after the show went black, with with Ciampa, Gargano, Black, Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, and Ricochet. I think that what it was. So And all that is there's going to be now I don't know how they're going to do this. If it's live or not. They have a half. Yeah, it's going to be taped. I think. Yeah, because they're saying it was live, but I don't think it'll be live. They will do a halftime heat again, which they haven't done since '99. I don't think so. Halftime heat in the halftime to the big game because copyright. Remember correctly, it was Gargano, Ciampa, and Cole against Ricochet, Velveteen, and Black.
Correct.
Thank you. That's going to be at the halftime of the big game. To be fair, I'm surprised they haven't done this kind of thing more often. But, okay. I mean, the halftime thing. Like I said, last time they did it, I think it's a '99. When they did the empty arena match. Mm-hmm. Which actually resulted in a title change as well.
Yep. 20 years ago.
It's mad.
Alright. So
also, we haven't had heat in, what, 15 years or something like that?
We haven't had a heat in, like, almost a decade.
Oh, no, actually, no, it was, in a decade, because it was around 2008, I think, when they stopped there.
That's sad, because heat was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, actually, he was good, but then because when he started, it was their B show before SmackDown came around. Then when SmackDown came around, then it was like, oh, here's all the jobbers, and it's basically turned into the main event of today, of then I meant.
Okay, so here's the thing. So obviously all hell broke loose. So going to all hell breaking loose to what the heck's happening here? Royal Rumble, 32nd annual Royal Rumble.
Oh, here we go. All right, let me just get the card up so we get the right order. Okay, yeah, it started weirdly enough. I guess it was just a filler match because they had the 2 hours to do. You had Bobby Roode and Chad Gable going up against the makeshift team of Scott Dawson Razor, because I guess it's like Akam is injured, and I guess Dashwald is injured as well. I don't know if that's true or not, but they just they had Dawson and Razor team up, and basically the stipulation for that was, should Dawson and Razor win, that would give both the Revival and AOP future title shots. So I guess he gave them a reason to team up, I guess, but it didn't work out because they lost. So, okay, pre-show match that didn't give a damn. Oh well. Then the first head-scratching moment of the night. Nakamura wins the US title off Rusev again.
For a second time.
For a second time after he only lost it, 2 weeks ago?
Correct. No, Christmas.
Was it? Oh no, Christmas Day. Yeah, it was Christmas. So a month reign, and what exactly did he do in that month? Not a lot of anything.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the hullabaloo.
Oh yeah, and the storyline thread of Lana getting knocked off the apron and hurting her ankle, and he had some people call her out basically saying, "Wait, isn't Lana supposed to be a wrestler? All of a sudden, she's lost her wrestling powers and is now turned back to a manager, and managers can only take one bump and they're out as if they just took a finisher, even though they just got bumped."
Great.
Someone playing roulette in the background or something?
No. It's my thing's going off. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's okay. Nakamura wins, and that will turn into another head-scratching moment later, but we'll get to that later. Okay. What do we got next? Buddy Murphy wins the Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way.
That was a fun match.
205 was also in the situation now they need to break out performances to let people notice, even though I think 205 was picked up since the whole Enzo Amore thing, which, no offense to him, was like, okay. But yeah, 205 is actually, is taking, people are taking notice of it now.
Because Triple H is basically in control of that.
Taking control of it, yeah, there's that too.
Okay.
So we got that, and I believe... No, I got that one right, never mind. Then we go into the main card. I forget what the disagreements were. So let me know if we get to a match we disagreed on.
Okay, this is obviously was an agreement.
This wasn't. Asuka defeated Becky Lynch to retain the title.
With the cat of mutilation.
That was weird. Yeah, that was a bit out of nowhere.
I'm like, how the hell is Becky gonna tap? And then she tapped. I'm like, oh. Okay,
and it was a quick one as well. It was like as soon as Asuka did that flip, that was a quick tap, like within seconds.
I was like, what the heck? Oh, like, okay, that's something different. All right, fine, cool.
Oh yeah. That was kind of weird. Okay. New SmackDown Tag Champs. Whoop, I'm going off. They actually did it.
I didn't think that I was an idiot here.
I know that's the only question in my mind was, would WWE be mad enough to do it? Turns out they are.
They did. They really done did it.
He done did it.
And I'm like, the storyline is just to make Miz's dad proud.
That was later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. Fair enough.
Odd.
It's very odd. And I believe Shane McMahon has won his first title in 20 years as well.
Damn! No, 19.
2001?
19 years, y'all.
But no, what was the hardcore title? Yes.
Hardcore.
Yeah, I was thinking the European title. But yeah, first title in 19 years. Mm-hmm. Stop with the roll in the background, please.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, still with 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rousey defeated Sasha Banks. So to retain the Raw title.
Okay, honestly, little nitpick here. That match was kind of off in some spots. I know a lot of people were saying that Sasha was carrying. Someone said Sasha carried her. I didn't think so. Sasha.
Is it unfair? I was just say, is it unfair for people to keep saying, at least a Rousey or some other people like her, that every time she has a good match, it's the other person that carried her?
Yeah, that's what I've said. You know, a lot of my timeline didn't want to see Ronda. For some reason, as I said last week, regarding Lacey, when it comes to my timeline, Ronda is not the fan favorite. Nobody likes her. I mean, as I said last week, I like her in a way, but I don't judge people on what they say. If you say something that's going to cause it, so I just look at you and I'm like, yeah, that's not cool or anything.
I think it's, you had the, I guess, the negative reaction on Raw. I think there's down to two things. One would be, okay, Becky Lynch. But the other thing I think is her character, like, where's her character's evolution? Like, she's effectively the same thing she was when she came in a year ago. Like, there's no real difference. Which, okay, fair, sometimes in the case of you don't need a change. If it works, it works. But for Rousey, it's like, it's an MMA person doing well in WWE because MMA. Like, what else is there? I think it's like the shine is worn off. Also, take into account the reports of her leaving as well, and I think that also doesn't help.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So I think it's a bit might be a bit worn off now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Okay, the Women's Royal Rumble. Let me just see here. I'll just do run down the entrance here. So you had so basically Lacey Evans started it. So number 1, that surprised me. And they had Natalya. We had Mandy Rose at 3, Liv Morgan at 4, Mickie James at 5, Ember Moon at 6, Billie Kay at 7, Nikki Cross at 8, Peyton Royce at 9. Actually, Billie Kay was at 7. Her thing was she wouldn't get into the ring till Peyton Royce comes up. And when I saw that, I kind of thought, oh, it's going to be one of those, Billie Kay waits for Peyton Royce to get into the ring, and as soon as Peyton Royce gets into the ring, they both get in together, and they both get eliminated right away.
That didn't happen.
Which didn't happen, but they did get eliminated together. Tamina at 10. Actually, so I noticed something else looking at the reviews online. Tamina. She's been with the company for quite a long time. So probably 10 years now, probably. Mm-hmm. What's her character?
I don't even know what the hell her character is these days.
Yeah, it's like she has zero character development at all. Like, she didn't even have a character to develop. It's just, she's, Jimmy Snuka's daughter. That's it. And oftentimes being put to a bodyguard role, which she sucks at because she keeps losing. Alright, never mind. Xia Li, first NXT entrant at 11, Sarah Logan at 12, Charlotte at 13, where I thought, I predicted wrongly their win. Kairi Sane showed up, second year in a row at the Rumble. Rhea Kanasa 15, Naomi 16, Candice LeRae at 17.
Yay!
Yeah. Did you see the picture online at Gargano put up on Twitter?
Yep, he was looking right up.
With Daivari, the one that Daivari took, he was just looking up at the picture. That was a good one. That was a good. Alicia Fox 18. What the hell was that? What the hell was that, like, war dance or whatever she did in her entrance? I think she drank like 20 cans of Red Bull before she walked out there. What the hell? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and she was very upset about the hat. Like, that's what it was. Like, Maria was stomping on the hat and Alicia was, reacting as if it was like a firstborn or something. Alright, Casey Catanzaro was 19. Trying to steal the Kofi spot from Naomi. Basically.
And it didn't last long because she was eliminated.
Didn't last, yeah. Decent time, actually. I'm looking at it here. Zelina Vega, 20.
She came out, ironically enough, she came out as Vega.
I will say I did mark out for that. The gamer in me marked out.
And she is, Zelina Vega is a hardcore gamer.
Oh, yeah. Like, you see, I saw the Mortal Kombat 11 press thing. Came cosplay and everything with the New Day. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's me. It's like I can't. Like, how can I not like Serena at this rate? Ruby Riott at 21. Sorry.
Zelina's a good heel.
Oh yeah, a good manager heel. And actually, the rare manager heel that actually is a wrestler as well, because she actually not being put into a wrestling match because of circumstances. She's in the match wrestling. Yep. It's not like a Paul Heyman spot where it's like you're just in a tracksuit standing in the ring. It's like, don't tag me in. Ruby Riott 21, Dana Brooke 22, Io Shirai 23.
Who's still flipping on people?
That's
my girl. That's my girl, yeah.
Rhea Ripley at 24.
This is my brutality.
In a weird way, I kind of thought if there was going to be an NXT UK participant, I would have thought it would have been more Toni Storm rather than Rhea Ripley, but I'm not complaining.
No, Rhea, she's a forefront. She's good too. She's good. I like.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not taking anything away from her. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not complaining. Rhea's still good. Mm-hmm. Sonya Deville 25, Alexa Bliss at 26. She's over. She
didn't look like she missed the beat.
No, it's what was it? I think someone said it was like her last match was October 19th. I think it was something around that area.
Oh my god.
I think that's what he said. It was a house show October 19th was the last match because she didn't do Evolution. So around about that time. And people like seeing her back. And I guess because of what happened on Raw, she's now a face? With no explanation?
I'm not sure yet.
It's weird. We'll see what happens on Raw. Unless it was a heel team versus heel team match. I don't know, whatever. Bayley at 27. Excuse me. It was Lana 28, but they did the whole she's still sore 2 hours later thing.
Okay, let's just a little nitpick I have here.
Okay.
Regarding this. To me, I think they wasted a little time here.
I'm actually going to counteract with you on this one. But go on.
No, I just felt they wasted time here. If Becky wanted to be in the match, this is just my thing. If Lana knows she was coming, have Lana's theme music play. Go to the backstage entertainment. She can't go out. She wants to go out, but they prevented her. Becky should have just took her spot from that. And obviously, I felt it wasted time. That's just me.
I'll counteract it in that I think it probably would have been. I think it was if they were going to have Becky take the spot from Lana. I think this was like the only way they could really do it, like the best way they could do it, because everybody already knew that Carmella was gonna be number 30. So I think it probably would have been a bit of a letdown if it was like you had the, Becky taking the spot, and then you still had Carmella coming out. So it was like, oh, Carmella come out, it makes no difference now. Also, I think it was like, it may have put a little tiny, maybe not, but like maybe a tiny bit of doubt on whether that was happening. Because like, you've got all 30 in, this is there. So it's like, okay, I guess it's 30, and then it happens. So like, everybody's hyped. Because now you've got the, oh, wow, she's in now. So, I think it was like, if you did that, and then you had Nia and Carmella come out. By the way, that's 29-30. It wouldn't have felt as good, or at least it would have dragged down the other two in. I think would have the whole Nia Jax Becky Lynch thing. Would you think it would have been better for Becky to come out and try to revenge herself instead of Nia Jax coming out and seeing Becky in the ring? Like, I would think it would have been better if Becky was the one coming out to confront Nia rather than the other way around.
Okay, honestly, I get what you're saying there, but to be fair, I think that it was a little waste of time. That's my opinion there.
To be fair, no, the thing is, actually, there is precedent on this, because I think it was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago, you had, who was it? I forget who it was that happened, but he had somebody that got beaten down in the ring. He beaten down before he got to the ring, and you had like three or four or five people beating them down as they get into the ring. Then you had Sheamus, I think it was, pick him up, throw him in the ring, get immediately eliminated by him. I forget who did that. I'm gonna have to look. A weird part of me is gonna have to look that up now. It's like, but it's like, it's not like it hasn't happened before. Like, you've had the injured person out in the ring, and then something happens. I have to look at this now. It was Slater? I think it was Slater. Yeah, it was Heath Slater last year. We had he didn't get into the ring, and then he kept everybody beaten down. Then Shane was best sorry for him, threw him in the ring, and then Slater just immediately eliminated him. So it's not as if something like this hasn't been done before. So there's that. Nia Jax 29, Carmella 30, then Becky took the spot of 28. So I guess officially she's number 28.
Yeah.
Even though she effectively is number 31. Let me take a look at these numbers here. Becky wins after eliminating Charlotte at the end.
And my prediction was right.
Yeah. The one thing that got mentioned about this match, no returning legends in this one.
I kind of figured this was gonna happen. I know a lot of people, a lot of the the hell?
Internet problems?
No, what?
I just heard a jingle on the background. What's going on?
No. It's okay. It's
good.
It was my timer because I was doing my laundry.
Oh, okay. I just heard beeps.
So what happened? What happened was here's what I personally think. We're talking about the Becky match, or wait, what am I talking about?
We're talking about Rumble.
Okay.
Now what?
Oh my god. Okay. So,
we're real professional here.
We don't get kicked off of the air with that one.
Oh, geez, we're gonna get flagged.
Okay, so what happened was, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of people be a little bit upset about the Legends not returning. I think a lot of people were expecting Layla to come back, Michelle McCool to come back, and so forth. But if you always keep doing Legends every single year, then it's gonna get stale. I think the right call was NXT because you have a lot of girls down there that should have the opportunity to shine and should have the opportunity to go out there and be like, oh hey, I was in the Royal Rumble. I mean,
six NXT women in the Rumble if you count the Rhea Ripley for UK. So you had 6.
Okay, that would be 7.
No, it would be 6.
6. My fault. Okay, so I have no problem. I have no problem with the NXT because obviously you have to showcase them in a way. But, not every year a legend's going to get involved. I mean, excuse me. Once in a while, I would like to see legends come back. Obviously it's no problem. But not every year you're going to have legends.
I think this was more of a case of because last year you had a lot of legends come out. I think maybe 9 or 10. I think something like that.
You had
a few.
Tori, excuse me. You had let's see if I'm correct. You had.
I'm gonna look it up here.
You had Lita. You had Tori. You had Molly. You had Jackie. You had Kelly. You had Michelle. You had Trish.
There we go. You had Lita, Tori Wilson, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, Vicky Guerrero, Kelly Kelly, Jacqueline, Beth Phoenix, Brie Bella, and Trish Stratus.
Okay.
So you had 10.
Okay, 10.
10 out of 30.
I mean, honestly, personally, this is my opinion. I think, I'm going to be 100% honest here. Out of all those girls who I felt didn't belong, I think Casey should have sat out this one.
Even with the spot?
Oh, never mind.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's more of a case of because I was making my comment before. Last year you had 10 legends come out for the Rumble match.
And it was
it was good.
Big deal.
Yeah. But I think this is more of a case of WWE saying, okay, we had 10 legends last year to do the Rumble match, but we don't need them. We can do just fine without them now. And I think this was the case this time. There's we had 10 legends last time, we're going to show that we have enough women to do it this time, so we don't need any of them.
Yes, that's the thing, because obviously they did show Evolution 2 happen, and Evolution 2 will be happening right after WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
So that's a big
okay
thing right there.
Okay. I was just looking at the stats for this match.
Natalya was the Iron person.
Yeah, Natalya was the Iron Woman at 56 minutes and a second. The wooden spoon goes to Liv Morgan, who lasts only 8 seconds. Most eliminations go to Charlotte, who had 4.
Okay. So what? Okay. Now compared, do you think this one was a little underwhelming and predictable, or you felt like the right person won?
I think it's not in a way, not as predictable as the men's Rumble because the reason why I had Charlotte winning, I picked Charlotte winning, because there was still the seed of doubt of, are they actually going to find a way to put Becky in the match?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only question in my mind of where they're going to do it. When they had that match first, the thought of my mind was, oh, okay, maybe, because I knew they're not going to have the 2 Rumble matches back to back. But the thought of me was kind of thinking, they might have the Women's Rumble open the show. What the hell? What are you doing? What are you doing?
My laundry, excuse me.
Yeah. We shouldn't be hearing that here.
Look, just ignore it.
Yeah. My feeling was they probably have the Women's Rumble open the show. Because last year, I believe the Men's Rumble opened the show last year. I believe.
The Men's Rumble was right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay, never mind.
Because I remember saying,
oh, yeah.
I remember both saying to you and Chris, if this ends the Royal Rumble, Philadelphia is not going to stand.
Well, Nakamura wins, so I probably would have. Okay, but I was thinking they weren't going to go back to back, but I kind of had the weird thought in my mind of they're going to have it open the show. But it didn't happen. So they had to ask Becky to open the match. And now it's like I thought, okay, maybe it could happen. But then there was also the thought of, okay, if they're going to do that, how are they going to do it? Because they did this thing before with the Roman Reigns thing a couple of years ago, and I think you can't do that again. Just have a show up for no reason whatsoever. Everyone
was expecting Finn to win Finn to come in at 30, because that weekend people were like, oh my god, he's probably, because I remember.
No, I think it was either Finn or Joe at number 30.
And everyone, I remember, because I remember saying, oh my god, because I had this, someone had the 30 pick, and I think I was the stupid one that actually picked Finn to win the Royal Rumble, but as soon as he didn't come out at that number 30 spot, I was like, Well,
there was no guarantee. He was still injured at the time.
He wasn't. They said he was about to be cleared, but something came up where he wasn't cleared yet. So obviously
that didn't happen.
In disguise, but what?
Obviously, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen because fucking San Antonio almost went nuts, and they did. And
it wasn't. They didn't go nuts because it wasn't Finn. They went nuts because it was Roman Reigns.
They got lazy.
It's like they could like they used that to set up Roman and Taker Mania. There could have been a lot of different ways to do that, but they hesitated to do it that way. I don't know. But I was thinking the only other question was how they're gonna get her in the match. So they did. So that was the way they did it. And also, there was always the talk of they're going to do the triple threat, which can still happen, and I wouldn't be surprised they still do it. But I was kind of thinking, okay, they could do the triple threat, but they can still have Charlotte win the Rumble to do the triple threat, and then find a way to get the feud of Becky and Charlotte to turn into a triple threat.
I know.
That was my logic behind that.
Yeah, that's the honest thing. That's what I think is going to happen. But here's my train of thought. To me, as soon as they open, I said, and I said it last week in our show, I will not be surprised if the championship match will go first, and it did.
And it did.
And I clearly said, because as soon as we did the predictions last week, I said I won by logic. I said if WWE opens Asuka versus Becky first, Becky's going to win the Royal Rumble, and obviously it happened. I mean, am I happy she won the Royal Rumble? No, I'm not even a Becky fan, but I'm putting my hatred, my disdain for her aside to logic.
You didn't at the time. I'll say that.
If they were gonna not prevent a riot in fucking Phoenix in Chase Field, then obviously Becky should have been the person. That's just my opinion. And obviously fans got their way this time again.
But also I think it's just a case of like sometimes Even just me contradicting what I'm saying with the predictable stuff. Sometimes the predictable thing is the best thing to do.
Yeah, and I honestly, I was telling Nick that this is the most predictable Royal Rumble since 2013. Now, we will talk about that.
I wouldn't.
Okay, so next.
Because it wasn't a foregone conclusion. Very rare that you could say the WWE Championship match is a toilet break match. But that's basically what it was.
This was 100. Honestly, this was boring. This was boring.
I think the arguments I saw with this match was it was in a very awkward spot to be in. Mm-hmm. So it may have just flattened everybody out, including AJ and Bryan.
This, to be fair, this should have been right after Sasha versus.
It should have been before the Rumble as opposed to after it.
Yeah, this was just in a bad spot, and obviously the Rowan thing confused. I can't say more about this match. I just can't.
I think the arguments that got put up was everybody was drawn out everybody was quiet because they just finished the Women's Royal Rumble. Also, they put this match between this and the Universal Title match. This was the less exciting, I guess you could say, of the two in a way, which is weird to say for Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. And the other argument was and no disrespect meaning for this was, maybe people's expectations of AJ Styles is not sticking with AJ Styles himself, like saying he's not the same person as he was a year ago.
Because obviously we've been hearing a lot about the contract thing. He hasn't signed, at this moment, he has not signed a new contract with WWE. He has till April, and obviously when we get towards that area, we will talk about that area.
Oh, yeah.
So I have nothing to say about this match. However, the next match.
Wait. How do you start?
What?
How are you gonna start? How are you gonna begin? I'll leave you the floor.
All right. So fans were getting kind of worried that this was going to be a squash match, a 5-minute squash match. I didn't know what to think. I said, okay, I'm gonna go with the flow here. However, as I did say, fans do nitpick, and obviously, I will talk about this also for the Raw part too. Fans will nitpick. The fans, they were worried about Finn being buried. He was not buried. Now, the way the match ended was a little bit questionable. Now, I know Brock did vouch to have Finn versus him at last year's Royal Rumble. I think a lot of us kind of jumped the gun about Finn possibly winning. That's what kind of brought it down, because regarding the Royal Rumble winner, which we'll get into in a minute. But out of Brock's Universal title matches, this was the better one. This was the best.
People have been saying like Brock seems to work better with smaller guys.
And obviously it did. Finn was not buried here. Finn was not buried here.
They gave him plenty of hope spots.
They gave him Finn went after Brock. They mentioned the injury. And obviously, here's the thing. Finn, this is just my opinion. Finn shouldn't have tapped. They should have made Finn pass out.
I don't know why they did. I don't know why they haven't tapped, but
because that would have gave him more of a story. But the post-match attack, I don't know what to think about the post-match attack. I think it was enough, and obviously that's what kind of got fans upset here too. And I'm gonna bring up the whole what I don't get with the fans and when we talk about Finn again. But what did you think about this match? Considering it was like 8 minutes.
Better than I expected. My expectations for this were low, to be honest.
I was obviously people say this hurt Finn's character. I don't
know
it
didn't.
Hurt Finn's character.
No, it didn't. But then again, what character? They gave him a character for that in this match.
They did. And obviously, it kind of reminded me of the Power Ranger episode where the Green Ranger fights. And I'm using a Power Ranger reference here because I'm a big Power Ranger mark. It kind of reminded me of the Green Ranger, even though Finn was not in green, he was in red. To Fro's new T-shirt, which I had to get, where the Green Ranger's powers ran out, so he has to use new powers to go again. Now, should I mention regarding what happened with Bully Ray? No, wait. Should we wait on that or no?
Wait on that.
Okay, so obviously that's what the match kind of reminded me, where you use your powers and the powers fail. Now, obviously, you will fight another day. Do you want to see another Brock versus Finn match?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
I'm going to say yes, and I will mention that on Monday night when we get to Monday Night Raw. So that's my final say on that.
If they didn't have him tap, yes.
Okay, but that's the thing. So next, Royal Rumble. I don't want to even talk about the men's Royal Rumble. I do not because
of who won it.
Yeah, because as I said, it was too predictable. Now, if you want to take
I still not. Well, what? Okay. No, it's alright. I'm still gonna run through it.
What? I'm
still running through it.
What'd you say?
I am still running through the match.
Oh.
Because there was stuff. Hell. Okay, anyway, Elias starts, because if they're gonna put him in the match, they might as well have him at number 1, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interrupted, of all people, Jeff Jarrett. No! You were so probably you just set off the fire alarm. Yeah. Well, it sounded like a fire alarm to me. Who came out in his old Attitude Era gear. Which is very weird to see. Like his 98 gear. Ain't he great? But yeah, he got eliminated really quickly. And Nakamura came out number 3. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Kurt Angle number 4. The Big E 5. Johnny Gargano with 6. So that's good. Jinder Mahal at number 7. Samoa Joe number 8. Kurt Angle is number 9. And Ty Dillinger number 10. No, they didn't do that this year. Seth Rollins number 10.
Asshole.
Actually, that's the thing. Ty Dillinger.
No, I'm not.
They don't put him at number 9. I know you're not talking about him. Ty Dillinger. He's not gonna get number 10 in the Rumble, so he's not gonna get a spot in the Rumble. Alright.
That asshole did. Go ahead.
Should put the subtitle of this show, The Royal Rumbles That Megan Did Not Like. Titus O'Neil at number 11, and they did tease the Titus World Slide thing. Ran to the ring, stopped. Oh yeah, I believe Hawkins that's under the ring at this point. So he runs to the ring and stops. Then Hawkins picks his head out. Oh yeah, Selena Vega. Oh yeah, forget. I didn't actually mention this in the women's match. Damn it, D'Lo. Selena Vega was under the ring during the Rumble match and kept peeking her head every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was, I forget who it was who got eliminated, but someone got eliminated. Selena popped her head out of the ring again, and Hornswoggle's there. For some reason. Because under the ring. Ended up, chased Selena into the ring. Selena got eliminated quickly, and then gets chased by Hornswoggle up the ramp. So, there you go. But yeah, Hawkins under the ring, so they did the under the ring spot twice. Fair enough. But it was like, Hawkins under the ring, Titus O'Neil chased him, they both came out the other side, they both came into the ring, Hawkins low bridges Titus and gets elimination. So, hooray! He got something. Then he got eliminated right away. Kofi at number 12, Mustafa Ali at 13, Ambrose at 14, Noe Jose at 15, who got the Warlord treatment. who got the Warlord treatment, or the Santino treatment.
I think he did break Santino's record.
He didn't.
He didn't?
Nope. Santino has a record anyway. McIntyre at 16, and I love him because he took out the conga line. Thank you very much. Adam Rose wannabe. Xavier Woods at 17. The second of the NXTs, Pete Dunne at 18. Andrade at 19. Apollo Crews at 20. Aleister Black at 21. Benjamin at 22. Corbin 23. Jeff Hardy at 24, who someone pointed out was selling a rib injury for whatever reason, because he didn't have a match. And he didn't have an injury to come into, I don't think. Mysterio 25, Lashley at 26, Strowman at 27, Ziggler at 28, Randy Orton at 29, and then R-Truth at number 30, who got beat up by Nia Jax, and I guess because Becky did in the first Rumble, Nia Jax just beat up somebody to take their spot in the Rumble at 30 this time. So Nia Jax is in the men's Rumble.
The second woman. I'm sorry, the fourth woman.
Fourth, after Chyna, Beth Phoenix, and Karma. I'm gonna say this. I'm sure, like, going back to the Becky fan because Nia Jax. I don't know if it's because they just enjoy the spot and like Nia Jax get in the Rumble match, or they just liked it because some of the fans are still bitter over the injury thing, the Becky injury thing. I don't know if it's either way. I'll just say that I let it go very early on. So I don't know. I'm gonna say that. Actually, I think I'm in the awkward situation of I'm fans of both of them, and I run fan sites for both of them. So I was in the awkward situation as soon as it happened. I'm saying neutral on it, but if you had to make me choose, I'll pick Becky. Just let you know. But fair play to Nia for doing this. Yeah.
And she only eliminated Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, but damn, he took a beating.
But I gotta give the dudes a lot of credit. I gotta give Orton, Mysterio, and Ziggler a lot of props here. They bumped for her.
Oh yeah. They didn't treat her like a nobody. It's like for the little time she was in the ring, she felt like she belonged. Which fair play. But then again, she took everybody's finisher.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Oh. Okay. So WWE are down for doing that. I'm sure they probably got a little bit of backlash over it, but I don't care. It's wrestling. At the end of the day, Seth Rollins won. Okay. Stats. If I just look at this real quickly, No Way Jose was the wooden spoon. Had 2 seconds, closely followed by, I think was it a 3-second one? Yep. Xavier Woods was 3 seconds, so he had 2, and then Titus on the other 5 seconds. Most eliminations, if I can get the number right, was Strowman at 5. Strowman at 5, followed by McIntyre at 4, and the Iron Man, I believe, might be the winner. Double check that. It was Rollins at 43-26. Actually, just for completion's sake, I don't think I said last time. Natalia was 56 minutes and a second for the Women's Rumble. So there's that. So, yeah, there you go. So that's the Rumble. Overall, I'll say better than I expected, because I was expecting the show to be, or at least the Rumbles themselves to be car crashes, but no, good.
This Rumble could suck my ass. That's the only thing. And I will...
Fair enough, then.
No, I'm just...
It's because you don't like you don't like the people that won it.
No, I do not. I don't like. I'm not a Becky fan, but obviously I did see that, and obviously this was too predictable, too damn predictable.
You were still hoping to finish up at the Rumble for 30.
So
So
I don't have anything else to say.
Wait.
What's more for me to say?
Not really that much.
Next.
Okay. So Raw and SmackDown. I'll just get
Here we are. We open up this show with the same shit almost every time. Seth Rollins always saying he's gonna do it for the fans. He did it for everyone. Typical stuff. Triple H comes out saying he's the one. I feel like that's a slap in the damn face, and because he relied on her too much, and he has to decide by the end of the night. Ambrose comes out and basically confronts.
No. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, no. Oh, you jumped ahead there.
I'm skipping Triple H. I'm skipping this shit show. Because I don't like them. So this is my show. I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. I'm at the point where I'm at Tom Brady. I'm basically Tom Brady right now. I don't give a damn what people say. So here's the thing. Triple H comes out saying Seth Rollins has to decide. Ambrose comes out, confronts him, yada yada yada, as always, and then he confronts Triple H saying he has to do what his father said, which obviously thing. Seth Rollins wins his match, Megan's bored as shit, and then we go from here. Anything you want to
add? Okay then. Then you had okay, so I just keep going here?
Yeah. Sorry guys if I say I don't want to talk about Seth Rollins because every time I talk about Seth Rollins, I'm gonna start cursing him out.
Ambrose in the ring. Said he was gonna have something to say, then gets interrupted by Nia Jax. And then go on.
They are really having. I think this is the year we're gonna have intergender wrestling.
We'll see. Let's see how far they go with this. This is probably as much as they'll do.
Mhm.
Nia Jax comes up. Ambrose is about to leave the ring, and then Nia just clubs him. And that just segues into was Nia Jax tweeting against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Winner gets a spot in the Elimination Chamber.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Alexa Bliss, she did better than this match too. But this is her first Raw match in a long time.
Again, she hasn't wrestled since October.
Okay, yeah.
But then again, it's like, for no reason, I guess Alexa Bliss and Mickie James are face again. Unless, just, we'll see what happens next week. Corbin beats Kurt Angle for reasons. I have no idea why that match happens, but okay. You would think with Kurt Angle, he probably could put more emphasis in his matches, but okay. Okay, your favorite bit.
What?
Balor. Yeah.
Somebody said he looked sad. But
he got beaten for the Universal title. Of course he'd be sad.
Yeah, and then they said looking at Dean's face and his face, someone said they knew something was up here. Now,
jump into conclusions.
Okay, here's the thing with this match. Finn, that's a babyface promo. Up until Lashley came out, and obviously Finn had to be cheeky Finn, as we all know.
Pushing a bit too far there, not just showing, saying bringing up Lashley was out for 12 seconds, but then Lashley beats him up. So I guess there's your IC title match for Elimination Chamber.
Okay. But, wait, would he win that match?
Possibly. I was thinking they probably would have saved it for Mania and then they had to do the switch, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Unless they're both in the chamber.
Ooh, good point. All right, so here's the thing. This is what I don't get about the fans. Fans, I feel you on this one. I'm a Finn fan myself. We all want him to see the Universal Championship match. We all want to see him as champion. But if this is going to be the opportunity for Finn to win the title, shut up. Okay? Stop saying he's going to go to AEW now. Stop saying this happened. I mean, is he scheduled for a push? Am I correct?
He's in the middle of one.
He's in the middle of one. This is another Roman Reigns scenario, guys. But obviously, the difference between Finn and Roman is Finn's popular. Don't you want to see the less popular guy get the ass beat by the popular guy? Why are we freaking out all of a sudden because Finn dropped down where that title can help him? For some reason, they can be in the chamber. For some reason, the title change can happen. Finn can face Dean Ambrose at Fastlane in Dean's final pay-per-view match. Oh, then I jumped the gun right there. And
actually, we should have actually brought it up there, but we'll do it at the end of Raw. We'll do it at the end of SmackDown because that's 2.
Okay, guys, what more do you want? I mean, who's to say he can be Intercontinental Champion, walk into WrestleMania as champion, come out as champion, then go to SmackDown Live? Guys, what more do you want? Anything can happen next. He can beat up Leo Rush for all I care. And that could probably happen. He won the Intercontinental Championship and Elimination Chamber. When are you guys going to be satisfied? I mean, yeah, we do want him as Universal Champion. Here's my best bet. If he's going to be Universal Champion, it's probably going to be against the heel Rollins. And that's probably towards SummerSlam. But
you do know that's not going to happen.
Sadly enough. Excuse me, McIntyre could take the title off Rollins. But, and then Finn win over McIntyre. We all the happy 11. But guys, let me ask you this question. I'm going to ask a serious question to you too, Dave. If Finn was on SmackDown, do you think the fans would be complaining about this?
Whatever show he's on, it doesn't matter as long as he's booked. Like he could go to SmackDown and could be in the same situation that the Good Brothers are in right now. As in, not booked at all until you have a makeshift. Okay, well, I'm jumping the gun myself. Unless they need a makeshift team to put over.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what. If he wins the Intercontinental Championship, you guys are gonna look like dumbasses because you're the one that are complaining. You're the one that says, you were the guy saying he should. Yes, he should be champion and everything like that. But come on, guys, just stop. Just stop. Because eventually this is going to turn me off him, and I don't want to do that. I really do not want to do that.
That it?
Yeah, I don't want to be turned off my all-time favorite because people are bitching and moaning. That's the one thing I don't want. I swear to God. Because I will be very upset.
Okay. Anyway, Revival versus Ryder and Hawkins. So the Major Brothers are teamed up again. But at the end of the day, Revival wins, so streak is still alive. Then you got Daniel Bryan and Rowan backstage. I guess to feed the fuel of who could Rollins pick for a Rumble, because, he could go to SmackDown, maybe. He didn't. Then we got Elias, who is now heel again. Okay. Fair enough. Jarrett shows up again. Then Road Dogg comes out, because Rhodey. Then they sung Along with My Baby Tonight. I guess everybody asked for that at Rumble and they get a Raw. And then Elias beats them both up. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mojo shows up for some reason. And then you got the Italian Dana Brooke against the Riot Squad. Okay, we'll bring this up right now. This was supposed to be Natalya and Ember Moon. But it was announced after Raw on YouTube that Ember Moon had suffered an injury during the Rumble and will need surgery. So she's out indefinitely. That's unfortunate. That really is. You got anything to say on that?
I like Ember, but this is unfortunate.
Oh yeah. Like you definitely don't want to see anybody injured, and it's like, but in a weird kind of way, this could help her because she wasn't exactly doing anything on TV at this point. So probably being off TV for a bit might help her. By the time she gets back, she could be in a better spot or a better situation. So hoping for a speedy recovery and hopefully it all works out in the end. Riot Squad versus Natalya and Dana Brooke. Another spot in Elimination Chamber. Riot Squad wins in the end. I believe there was some supposed to be conflict between Natalya and Dana Brooke for reasons, but okay. Okay, then we got Rousey. The crowd were letting her have it, to say the least. Doesn't open challenge. Bailey answers it. Hey, Bailey's got something. Does alright, but ends up losing.
Well, you guys didn't see that her Bailey and
Sasha? Ronda?
No, Bailey and Fuckface came out and flashed the 4 Horsewoman side.
Well, Sasha did that out of Rumble.
Yeah, and so did Becky and Bailey.
Because they are. Well, the WWE. But yeah, you jumped the gun there. Respect spot, then Lynch comes out.
Another boring promo. Obviously, we saw this. Ryan Spielberg's worst commentary could have reported this.
Okay then. Vince comes out and says she's coming for Rousey in Mania.
Gong.
Jeez, he's up with you.
Because we all saw it.
Of course you see it a mile away. Well, that's the plan for the last 3 months. Of course it was gonna happen.
A blind bat would have saw it.
Just make it official. What the hell?
And what I'm...
Strowman runs backstage. Sets up, or this lead up to Strowman and McIntyre. Strowman wins the match, but then Corbin and McIntyre beat down Strowman with a double choke slam on the steps. And that's that. Hang on. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't know if that's taken. I'm unsure about the Corbin McIntyre pair up, but I guess we'll give it a chance. And then at the end, Brock shows up. Holy crap, he's actually there. Long story short, Lesnar F5s Rollins 5 times.
And it's boring as fuck.
And you've got your Mania match.
And obviously a blind back saw that match. But should we talk about the Bully Ray thing, or we wait till SmackDown?
You can now if you want.
Okay, so here's the thing about this. Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio made a good observation about something. I 100% agree with this. He said, and I quote, "As of right now, the WWE has 66 days to come up with a story or match in the men's division that has more emotional investment than the women's. If they can't, Becky versus Ronda should main event Mania." Now, here is the thing. This is going to stand back to Finn. If Finn wins the Intercontinental, this is just his booking. If Finn wins the Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber, he can hold it till Fastlane. Obviously, he said he worked hard. He's finally champion. Obviously, he drops it back to Bobby Lashley. Now, you have a couple more weeks till WrestleMania. That's probably around the 30-day mark, 20-day mark, one of the two. They can. No, I don't think that would work.
No matter what you're gonna say, it's not gonna work because there's no investment in it. That's the point. Having Finn win the IC title, then lose again, and somehow go into the Universal title match. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's no investment in that, because Finn already lost.
But here's the thing. We don't know what he was going to say at the end until Bobby Lashley interrupted him.
He could have retired for me now.
Yeah, God forbid. I wouldn't ever watch WWE again. Here's the thing. I think in a way he should be in the Universal title picture. It kind of like a Rey Mysterio thing, but then again they used Eddie's death with that. So they have to do something here. Because Daniel Bryan doesn't even have a title match to go into WrestleMania. We don't know who he's going to go against. Which we'll talk about right now. But honestly, if they want to have someone, the fans, be emotionally invested in someone, WWE has that amount of time. But even though it may not be long, it's coming up because 66 days can come up quickly. I think the fans are emotionally invested in Finn. In some way, he should be considered in the Universal Championship. That's just my opinion.
That's your opinion as a Finn fan being very optimistic. I'm saying this right. I'm going to say this right now. And this isn't me being a Becky fan and all that. I'm just saying it like it is.
I hope she loses.
Something's in the grumpy mood tonight. I'm saying this right now. Even if WWE try, even if they give you your wet dream and have Finn go into the main event, go into the Universal title match against Brock Lesnar and end up winning that match, there's nothing that's going to have the more emotional investment than Rousey and Becky. The only way that they can take away the emotional investment of that match is they make it a triple threat. And even then, I don't think it'll take it enough to take away the merit of having that as the main event.
So, let me ask you this. Why are the Becky fans getting what they want and the Finn fans are not?
Because I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Why, hold on. Why is always gotta be Becky?
Because people have gotten invested in her so much to a point that WWE cannot ignore it. And you know WWE
people are passionate about that. We've been bitching and moaning for months about him finally getting his shot.
I know that. I've heard it quite a bit. I know that. And they could have done that. They could have had Finn be the one. to do that. They could have done that.
But no, we have to lick Seth Rollins' asshole every single day. Because he's the guy. He's going to be defeating Brock Lesnar. Get the fuck out of here with that. Now you got me pissed off.
Yeah, I'm not the one that was like this. It was like I'm trying to look at this as kind of logical and all that. But it's like you're the one that was looking at it as like you just saw the two winners. You saw how predictable it was because you wanted someone else to win them. And then you saw how it ended up on Raw and how that set up the WrestleMania matches. And it's like you're just trying to find ways of how, and you've done it here tonight, how Finn Balor can find a way in.
Well, he should.
I'll say this. Balor should have a more prominent role. He should be in the, at least, going for the IC title or even, pushing for the Universal title, which is a spot he's in right now.
But it looks like he can win the Intercontinental. Honestly, I don't mind him seeing because it's about time. But what the hell?
But here's the thing. It's like you're still looking for a way to put him back into the main event. And
well, what happens if he wins the title at elimination? Excuse me. And what happens if Bobby and Finn are in the Elimination Chamber? Hey, something happens there.
You've got Lashley and Finn at WrestleMania. You've got the IC title then. You've got the big happy moment of Finn winning the IC title.
And then Megan lives happily ever after.
Yeah, but that's not going to be in the main event.
I know, sadly. But I don't know anymore. I just don't get why they usher in a new era. The new era could have started on Sunday night. You got to take. You got to take 2 steps forward and 11 back. I don't want to even talk about Becky Lynch anymore. I don't want to even talk about Seth Rollins. I'm going to be calling them fuckfaces every time I see it because that's what they are. And I don't care what people say because obviously I'm pissed off. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the WWE fans always catering to them, catering to the sheep while the others get shitted on. Whatever happened to listening to us? Well, they're doing a bad job to begin with. I don't want to even talk about that. I don't.
Fair enough.
If their contract, if I hear their contract is up in 5 months, I'll be happy. And Becky's contract should have been up last year. And I don't care if I'm the most hated person right now. I don't care. I'm just tired. I'm just legitimately tired. And I'm tired of Seth Rollins. I've been tired of Seth Rollins too. Just stop. Just stop with them. Next.
Okay. We got SmackDown. R-Truth wins the US title. People thought it was a mistake, but I guess it counted because Rusev came out, defended the title. R-Truth defended the title against Rusev and won that too, and then Rusev was turned heel, and now the two of them aligned together. Rusev and Nakamura. Says that. Okay. This thing will fucking load. Mysterio was gonna against Samoa Joe, but then Andrade took him out. Good Brother set up a match against Rusev and Nakamura for next week. Mr. Shane McMahon have a segment. His dad says he's happy, proud of him. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville somehow get a spot in the Rumble match, or the Chamber match, just get given to them. So, why are they so special, I guess? Like, what are they in the winner match? Fatal 4-way tag match. Usos beat Heavy Machinery, The Bar, and the New Day. Now going for the tag titles, I guess, at the Chamber. That's still the same match. Daniel Bryan has a segment. Brings out Rowan, brings out a new title, a new eco-friendly WWE title. Made from hemp, and then Samoa Joe tweeted out, says, "Give me that smoke." I believe AJ made some kind of reference to that as well.
Samoa Joe was dropping them bars.
What was it? AJ came out, Mustafa Ali came out, Jeff Hardy came out, Joe came out, and I am forgetting somebody. Randy Orton came out. Mm-hmm. Not particularly in that order. They all brawl, and that sets up the Elimination Chamber. Oh yeah, Triple H comes out, comes on the Tron, and sets up the Elimination Chamber match. So there's that. When I saw that title, I thought it was made out of cardboard, but no, it's hemp. So there's that.
I thought that was wood.
It is.
No, it is.
It is. It was made from wood from a naturally fallen oak tree, I believe it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if that's actually true or just kayfabe, but what the hell. I'm going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's SmackDown. Some other stuff happened, but goes. The releases.
Well,
the announcements that came out during the week after Raw, Dean Ambrose, weirdly WWE confirmed it, which is very weird. They confirmed that he's not going to be renewing his contract in April. What?
After WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's in April. My question for this is, what are they going to do with him from here on? Are they just going to have him sit out his contract, or are they actually going to use him?
Okay, so what I did possibly read was WWE can freeze Dean Ambrose's time contract due to the injury he had. So they can freeze that, so he can somehow make it up, and so forth. Obviously, while I am not a Dean Ambrose fan, I did go off on Seth Rollins, just like not even 5 minutes ago. Like, was it 5 minutes ago I was going off?
Yep.
Okay, not even 5 minutes ago. I have to semi-side with Ambrose here because I get it. I honestly get where he's coming from, in a way. Now, I feel bad for him because they totally dropped the ball. And if one person is gonna get is being confused, the other person shouldn't get Seth Rollins. I'm looking at your bitch ass. Anyway, here's the thing. I feel for Dean Ambrose. They should have treated the heel character better. I think they focused it too much on the storyline of 2017. I'm sorry, excuse 2014. But
they dropped the ball on that big time.
They dropped on the Ambrose character, the Ambrose heel turn.
Oh, big time!
In my opinion,
big time.
Big time.
There was big hope for that.
I had hope for it. I was behind it too.
I think those are even people that are saying it could have been like a return to the John Moxley days, like having be like what he was like in the Indies. But no, not even that. Not even a glimpse of that.
Now regarding Hideo was it was actually legit. It was granted, and it was just unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
It was unfortunate where Hideo came up, had a big hype behind him, and yeah.
Then he got injured. Got injury prone.
Injury prone, neck injury, shoulder injury. There's some things that weren't meant to be with him. And honestly, I do feel bad. But here's the thing. Then there's two things I want to cover. Guys, again, AEW marks. This is to you. Stop assuming because people are getting buried, people are losing, people are not whatever. And obviously, I did go off of my tirade. So I'm automatically assuming they're going to go to AEW. I mean, I did say on the first show that money's not everything.
But apparently it's like they both from what I heard, they both left because of creative differences.
And I did say something here about creative control. I mean, let's be honest. And this goes with the same stuff. That if they're ushering a new era, they should listen. WWE needs to get their act together, because in 30 days within the new year, we're 30 days in the new year. In those 3 weeks, we're hearing somebody's not happy. Somebody requested their release. Somebody is whatever, doing this, doing that. And so for some reason, I think Cassius Ohno said something tonight regarding him leaving, but I don't know if that's a work, because he did show up.
Yeah.
But that's Chris Hero, by the way.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
He's left once before.
Okay. There's other options out there, as I said, and I'm going to say it again. Impact, New Japan, some independent promotions out there that are rising.
Honestly, I'll just say if they were telling me to leave, I'd see him going back to nowhere. So, but the portion he was at before he left, before he came to WWE.
Yeah. Now, this is not good. 30 days in a year, and this is not good. Something has to change, and we're like. I'll
just say this. Directly or indirectly, I mean, I know this probably contradicts what you're saying about the AEW things and all that, but I think directly or indirectly, the AEW announcement is probably the best thing that can happen to WWE, because now they have the wake-up call that they've needed for a long time.
But here's the thing. I've read that whoever's contract coming up, people are going in.
But the thing is, it's not as like, I'm not saying that like everybody leaving or wants to leave is doing that because of the AEW. But I think it's just them announcing that promotion has made people realize, hey, WWE isn't the only game in town. It never has been. It's been the place to go, but it's never been the only place to go. And I think that for the last, going on to 10 years now, WWE have needed something to make them wake up and say, okay, we need to work better. We need to do something to entertain not only the people that are watching, but the talent that we have on the contract. And if we don't keep either of those happy, then we're in trouble. I think, whether true or not, it was the Revival, Mike and Maria, Dean Ambrose, and Hideo Itami. There may be somebody else, I don't know. But all these reports coming out within 2 weeks. I think if all these are true, I don't know. This is WWE realizing, okay, yep, we need to do something. And I think, I think it's like they need to wake up and realize, yeah, these people aren't happy. We gotta fix that. Beforehand, before there was any big competition, I think they had the idea of we don't have to do anything because with WWE we're too big to fail. No, nobody's not too big to fail. Like WWE could, WWE, their market share could drop, and I think they need that prodding to say, "Hey, wake up, you need to do something, wake up." I think this is it, directly or indirectly. This is it.
Because if if you're having people dropping like flies, and
not just like no-name talent or jobbers and all that. One of the people in that list of releases is a former world champion of yours. So it's not no-name jobbers. Go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have put it in.
But here's the thing. WWE is going to get in trouble. Is in trouble. Because if you're booking the same people over and over again, those people are going to be on the roster. The only people you left the roster, you're not going to have anybody. Hell, they should just make it SBWWE. Seth and Becky World Wrestling Entertainment.
You know, Roman was the one before that.
Oh, Roman. And ironically enough, there's a lot of reports coming out here. AEW is looking to get Brock Lesnar.
Don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, that is something I don't believe, but that could be obviously a BS report. And someone said apparently Ono quit the company. But, yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. I do not. To me, I think WWE needs to wake up.
As I said, this is the wake-up call they needed for quite some time.
This is a wake-up call because if you're dwelling on the same people, if you're pushing the same people, it's going to get tired over again, and people are going to probably want the popular stars. It's
another thing. I think it's because this the Seth and Becky thing. I think it's also. It is because you've been pushing the same people over and over again. No disrespect, but last year it was all Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair, and I think it was just a case of what's splitting with the Charlotte. I mean, like Charlotte was like the women's wrestler on SmackDown. Alexa Bliss as well on Raw, so we can call those three. And it was basically the three of them for quite a while. And I think it's just, with Roman and Charlotte especially, people got tired of it. And they wanted something different. But every time something different happened, it was only for a minute, and then it got back to the norm. Even the Brock Lesnar thing. Everybody thought, oh, Roman Reigns won the title of SummerSlam, we're done with Brock Lesnar. You know, he's got one more match. He's got the crown jewel match, and then he's gone completely. Then the Roman Reigns thing happens, and leukemia thing happens. Brock Lesnar re-signs, and he's got the title back, and now he's back every 2 months. It's back to normal. So I think it's just the fans are just like, we need something different. We need to send a message, say, hey, we want something different. And in a little bit, they are getting what they are different, but. It's the problem is not fixed, because even with the new era thing that they announced in the new year, it's still the same old shit. In some places, they don't give a damn. Raw don't give a damn about the Raw tag team division. The women's tag team, fine. It's just it is the same old people. They are getting new people in spots, but
now you know why
it's a band-aid to fix a broken leg.
Now you know why I was upset before.
Yeah, but I think for you it was more. I think it was more of a case of you're part of the group that were looking for something different. But you were looking for someone else to be in that spot. You had someone very specific to be in that spot. And you didn't get it.
And I still want it.
And you still want it, which is fair enough. It's fair enough. You still want to get it. But it's like, you want that very specific.
But here's the thing. If he wins the Intercontinental Championship, yeah, finally.
You still get that, but for someone like you or like that, it's like it's fair enough. Like I can understand the frustration because I've been in that spot myself. But I think it's like for you, I think it's like it's been a 2.5 year struggle now in that you got what you wanted, you got him as the champion, and then he gets immediately taken away, and he hasn't had the same kind of push in 2.5 years. Like, he had a little bit of it here, but he still came out on the short end. You still want that. Will it happen? I can't say for sure. Should it happen? Yeah, it should have happened ages ago. It should have happened when he came back.
Not someone already having a WrestleMania spotlight, winning the Grand Slam title because WWE got Grand Slam happy, and they had to.
But here's the thing. It's like obviously said your frustration hit a limit because it's a combo of someone you do want to be in the spot isn't given the spot, where someone you don't want to have in that spot got the spot. It's those two combined. It's like for you, it's like Seth Rollins, don't like him, got the spot. Becky Lynch, don't like her, got the spot. That's why. Because your hatred is aimed at those two because you don't want those two in the spots. You want someone else in those spots. They're the ones getting attention, you want someone else to get the attention. At least that's what I think. That's where that is coming from. And it's like, because they're getting the attention, but not your favorites getting the attention, you're aiming it at them. Because you don't like it. You want something different, you're not getting it, and you're frustrated about it. Even if you can, at least for Becky anyway, I want you to see the good of it. Like, okay, it's, like you said, it's like I said, it's something different. It's actually listening to the fans a little bit, whether they were grudgingly or not, and all that. But your perception of it is it's gone way, way too bad. Honestly, do you know what I think it is? It's the same reason you don't. Well, one of the reasons you don't like Seth Rollins. It's the Shield fandom. It's when the Shield came in, you had this whole fandom going behind the Shields, and they wouldn't shut up about them. They would say, praise them completely because of the three of them, and they would do nothing but praise them. And because it wasn't who you wanted to be in that spot, or you didn't want to get the praise, you aimed your frustration at them because it's not what you want. Becky's the exact same spot right now. All of the attention's been put on her. All of the praise has been put on her. But, all the praise has been put on her. And now, because it's not what you want, it's not who you want in that spot. And because you're doing nothing but listen to all of this. No matter if matter if it's justified or not, I'm not gonna say it because I'm biased in that kind of situation. Even though I'm trying to be fair. Your perception that she's the queen of everything and nothing could go wrong and she's the best ever and all that, you're frustrated and you're angry at her and you can see nothing but negativity because that's your decision made. You don't want to hear that crap. You don't want to see her. You don't want to hear her. You think she should be brought down. Someone else should be up in that spot. That's why.
I mean,
and I know this is therapy on YouTube for somebody else, but you know this is the soapbox. So.
But here's what I think. I agree with you, but don't you think if Finn wins the title, I know this is psychology here, how do you think my reaction would be?
It would be nuts. It would be you would be crying. You would probably be on the ground fainting. You know. But I'm gonna put actually, you know what? I'll put this in the situation. In my situation, how? But the thing is, it can also drag other people down. I'll explain it to you. The Becky thing. You are very outspoken, and you perfect example of it earlier on. And fine. That's perfectly fine. You know, you can be outspoken. You can say what you want and all that. That's grand. I ain't stopping you. But a case of when Becky won the title Hell in a Cell, I couldn't enjoy it. Even though I'm the Becky fan, and I was the one in that situation where for a year and a half she was doing nothing, she was in the shadow, even extended for 3 years. Take away the first title reign, the last only 2 months, she'd been in the shadow for all this time, she wasn't given anything, she wasn't given a spot, she was always, the lanky for Charlotte and all that. She finally got the spot, she finally got the title, she finally, people actually noticed what she could do. What were you doing? Completely crushing it. You are completely crushing it. Fine. But it was pushing my face. So I couldn't enjoy it. Now, if Finn was in that situation, when Finn won the title at SummerSlam, I didn't do that. Or at least I don't think I did. I didn't even go mad at him. I didn't laugh at you because you got injured the next night. Or you had to vacate the next night. It's a blessing and a curse of the internet where it's like everybody's got a voice, everybody's got an opinion, but also on Twitter and all that, everybody's got the shout box. And it's fine to have that shout box and all that. But sometimes you gotta pay attention to those people. That you don't want to, but you still listen to them anyway. It's like for you anyway. I keep saying, you've got all these people you don't want to hear, and I keep saying, don't listen to them. You still do. You know what I mean? We've got all our thoughts, But it's like, meh. I don't know. It's like I can justify. I can relate to your situation for Finn. You want him to succeed, and a lot of people do also want him to succeed and all that. But for you, it's got to a situation where it's Finn on the thing.
It's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating.
It is. I can relate to it. But it's like I say, because it's Finn or nothing, if it's anything, and then the frustration for him, is drowning out everything else to a point where, if there's something you dislike even slightly, you're going over the top with them. So it's like I slightly dislike it, and it's like, no, you're shouting it from the top of your lungs on your roof.
I'm telling you right now, if he wins the title, you're gonna have to calm me down. You are gonna have to calm me down. Because obviously, if he wins the title, it's going to be tears coming out of my eyes. I mean, it was like with Asuka this past year. It was a relief of, frustration. Because they're always Becky this, Becky that. But with Finn, if he wins, it's just, that anger that was building up is going to come out.
It's gonna come out, but that's a frustration. But is it fully gonna go away? I don't think so. I think for you anyway, it's built up so much. It's world title or nothing, and even then, I'm doubtful if that'll be enough. It's gotten that big.
What?
It's like it's gotten that big.
I don't know. That remains to be seen. It could happen next week for all I care. All I know. But
could happen in the Chamber. Could happen in WrestleMania. Dare I say it? It may not happen at all. But I'm just saying. It's like
he won the WWE Championship on SmackDown. And anything can happen, but I don't know. That like I said before, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But I do know is this. Should I say it?
Go on.
At least. Ready?
Go on.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say it because I'll be kicked off the air.
All right, leave it as a tease.
What?
Oh wait, yeah. Actually, yeah, don't say it.
Because I don't want to be like, oh my god, you're sexually harassing him.
Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about.
But then again, people always talk about it.
At least you do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Anyway.
Okay. Next.
Now we got that out of the way. Sort of. Sunday.
Another day Megan's gonna go nuts. Super Bowl. Patriots again.
Yep.
What?
Speaking of getting the same thing over and over again.
What?
Nothing.
No, this I'm fine. This I'm fine with.
Yeah, you're okay with it, but I'm sure at least 48 other states are not okay with it.
Well, minus Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, 47.
Alaska and Hawaii.
So I count them. They're states.
What?
They're states. I count them. Yeah, 47.
We have 50 states.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, the three I'm counting, I'm guessing, is Louisiana, Missouri, and New England, or Massachusetts.
Okay, so who do you think is gonna win?
I don't know.
Okay, let's quote our friend Phil Hughes.
Ugh, it's bad life for him now.
And it's time to drag you. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil. I have to do it, but I love you. You're a good guy, but your prediction seems too nuts here. Where are you? Oh, so why is he posting a picture of pizza? Anyway.
So he's trying to make it big on Instagram, even though he's posting it on Twitter.
No, Phil, he posted pancakes and sausages on a stick, which was like nasty. Anyway,
okay.
He didn't do the U up. Okay. And he's like 81 degrees here, warm sucker. So, feel about that life. Anyway. So here's the thing. He said, I got Rams winning by 2 touchdowns. Tell me why I'm wrong. So I said to him, I don't think that's going to happen. Because Patriots are hungry for blood. Especially you're old and everything.
Proving people wrong with that.
Uh-huh. So I think they're doing a lot of proven wrongs this year, and I think this is the big fuck you to everyone this year. They're gonna get 6. So what do you think?
I don't know. I'm trying not to be biased on this one.
Don't you dare say the Rams all cancel this podcast forever.
I think YouTube would have already cancelled anyway. I guess for the sake of the show, Patriots.
Okay, so we both say Patriots. Who wins MVP?
Well, it's gonna be Brady because quarterback always wins it, doesn't he?
If you're Brady.
Yeah.
But
it's not like the kicker's gonna be MVP.
Who?
It's not like the kicker's gonna be it.
This may seem far-fetched. Edelman.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
What? We both say Edelman.
Depends how many touchdowns he gets.
I'm honestly, Sony Michel is having a hell of a rookie season. Edelman's having a great comeback season. Brady, he's doing Brady things. So this can be anything. But I think the Rams have their work cut out for them if they want to win. And honestly, this matchup is like 18 years, is like a couple of years in the making. So
17, I think it was.
What?
17, I think. 38.
Yeah. So 17 years. Yep.
Yep.
So, no, Super Bowl 36.
36. Well, it's 30 something.
Yes. Texas out. What the hell is Texas doing?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't know. So anyway, is there anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's it for our show this week. Hopefully next week we'll have some better things happening here. And hopefully we'll have something happy to talk about.
And not go batshit crazy.
What?
And not go batshit crazy.
Well, that's always a given.
Yeah. I just say this: watch the Super Bowl, and depending on how the game ends, it'll probably be a very good show or a very bad show.
Or the fans will be upset about something. What the fuck?
Get that off! We don't want to get this. Don't want to get the show flagged.
All right, I don't know what happened there, but so that's the second time that happened. So yeah.
Yeah. So we out?
So, yep, we out.
End it properly.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.